Hi, good morning. Good morning. God bless each and every one of y'all. Want to tell it Tuesday. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey One Show featuring Waco Team. That's what our very own Cindy J. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right, Cindy. I'm feeling real sexy this morning for some strange reason. Uh, like and share the Shawn Harvey One Show featuring Waco Team on all media. We truly appreciate each and every one of you guys. This is where you get your morning love, but most importantly, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Cindy J, God bless you. Good morning, and how are you?
Good morning, Sean. I'm doing great. Good morning to everybody listening. We have another amazing show for you today on this Tell It Tuesday. We're going to get started, of course, with a situation that one of our listeners have. They just want some advice. We're also going to get into front page news with Sunny J, where I will let you know what's going on locally, nationally, and globally, as well as let you know what's going on in these Hollywood streets this past weekend with Sunny Says. So make sure you stick around for that.
Thank you guys, and thank you for tuning in so much. We truly appreciate. Before we get into any promotion or anything that we're doing, I want to talk about this real quick. CJ, I thought about you the other day. And guys, we're back. I know you missed us for the last couple of days. I know we posted we was gonna come back Friday, and then we didn't come back Friday, and then we was gonna post we'd be back Monday. We didn't come back on Monday, and then I posted the other morning, yo guys, I made a video. Don't worry about it. We be here, this morning. And guess what? Only by the grace of God, we are here this morning. CJ, let's give us a round of applause. Let's give us a round of applause.
Because let me tell you, we almost didn't make it.
Exactly.
I
And we
know why.
already And you already know I've already put that signal out there. We're gonna take a break soon. We've been rocking with y'all since November of last year. We're in April.
We made it.
Y'all in the chat room, give us a round of applause. I done lost weight and gained weight in the whole 6 months that I haven't been off with this show. November, January, February, March, April, 5 months.
Yeah.
Come on, folks in the chat room, show us some love this morning. Now,
I don't want to hear that.
CJ, I thought about you the other day, pause. I was doing a private event. I posted on my Facebook page and Instagram. This young man, he was celebrating his 50th birthday. His name was Rody. That was the name that they called him. I don't know his name. It might have been Lutelius. I don't know. I don't know his name. His name was Rody. That's what everybody called him. And his
Okay.
wife, beautiful young lady as well. They threw a 50th birthday party. It wasn't a surprise party, but CJ, it was in Somersville, New Jersey. And the reason why I brought this out to CJ was this. When I tell you you would have been at home, it was so bougie in that place, I couldn't believe it. It was nothing but love in there. Sitting, it was in this restaurant lounge that was also connected to a, a, a wine bar. I want to call it a
Ooh.
liquor store. I want to call it that.
You
And it
want to
was
call it liquor store?
like a wine bar. It was next to a shop right. All white folks were going in the shop right. White folks love ShopRite.
They do.
Babylonians, they love Wegmans and they love ShopRite. And it was in this exclusive kind of community that was only about, before we started the show, St. Jenny, about less than an hour from here. It was in Jersey.
Right.
And Cindy, when I tell you, when I got out the car, I smelled the bougie in the air.
That's the
And
best kind.
when I walked in, the DJ was playing the music low because the wine area was still open and the place was packed in the lounge area. And the DJ was making announcements that the food was coming out. And everybody looked beautiful. I seen some beautiful grown ass black folks, Cindy J, with great credit scores. And the guy who was celebrating, man, I never met this guy before, but I felt like I knew him. But he was 50 years old. He looked great. And, black don't crack. We just swell up.
Wow.
And I said that at the event. They all laughed.
They like that.
They're like that. And then there was some white folks, I guess the associates and friends. And Cindy, I knew it was I was around a bunch of bougie black folks that was having a great time because Cindy J, part of the meal that they brought out was some roasted duck or glazed with some glazed caramel kind of sauce on smothered on some bread with a leaf on the top of it. I said, "Oh, these neighbors are bougie." And Cindy, when I had that duck, oh, that duck tastes so good. And I'm not talking about the duck from the Chinese restaurant, which I've had plenty of times because these Chinese folk, they duck game is. I don't know if you had the duck, and if you haven't had the duck, everybody try that duck. And this is on a low scale. This is at the Chinese restaurant. This
Right.
is at Mei Ling in them. I'm talking about this was upscale duck. And Cindy, when I took a took a took a bite of that duck, it melted in my mouth. Pause. And they and the celebrant and his wife, Cindy J, they had an open bar. Cindy, top shelf liquor, all kind of drinks. Cindy,
Right.
they had an open bar from like 3 to 7 o'clock.
Wow.
Let's clap for these people with this money.
Because I would have been all over that.
And we'll talk about how, money can change your life, bro. We'll talk about that later. And everybody had on these fly ass blazers, and the women were looking, these grown ass women were looking absolutely beautiful. The DJ was looking great, and everybody was upscale. And Cindy J, when I cracked that comedy open, I knocked that bougie right out of everybody, and we went right back to Newark, New Jersey, because that's where they were from.
Oh my God.
But I thought about you. I said, Cindy would love to be in the surroundings of these. These are city folks. And I want to shout out to folks that are out there living their best life for real, not perpetrating a fraud on social media, not doing it for the likes, not doing it for the attention. You don't have anything, but you're just posting just to be posted. I'm talking about folks that have some substance in life, Cindy.
That's
And
hilarious.
then Cindy J, they brought out these wings. Oh my God. Oh my God. The wings were so good. And then I'm eating the wings. I had the duck, CJ, and then they had some kind of sauce on the wings. I couldn't even pronounce. It was 7 syllables. I couldn't even. The guy told me the name of the sauce. I can't even remember the name of it. And while I'm enjoying the duck, right, and I'm eating these high end wings, I get a text from my wife. Dinner's ready. Now we're good.
She thought you would be home for dinner?
Yeah, because it was an early event, and the event was from 3 o'clock. I went on stage at 4:45, and I was done at 5:30, and I was only an hour away, so I was letting her know.
Yeah.
So I knew I was going to be home before 7 o'clock. It was early. Sun
Yeah.
was up, but Cindy, when I had that food, and my wife was like, "Dinner's ready," I said, ah. And Cindy, I came home, right? I didn't, I didn't tell my wife about the duck. I didn't tell her about the gourmet chicken wings. Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. See, guess what I did?
What did you do, Sean?
I act like a bitch ass neighbor, and my wife made me a plate when I was full as hell. Since I was already stomach was full, and I ate 3/4 of her dinner. I was in a people pleasing moment. But while I was eating my wife's dinner, God bless her, Cindy, I couldn't stop thinking about that caramelized duck.
Why didn't you just tell her that you ate already?
I bitched up. Guys, welcome to the show. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Top ranked podcast in the area. We truly appreciate you and we miss you guys. And back to you, Cindy J. I said this is a Cindy J event. If Cindy was here with her batty little young friends, if y'all don't know everybody, Cindy hangs out with some very beautiful young ladies. that I don't know. I encountered some of them. They look at me as a perverted uncle. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts.
They don't.
Even Cindy sisters only giving me a pass because our association with Cindy. My association with Cindy. Them young girls give me a pass. That's the only way they do it. But this was an element for you. And Cindy, the next time there's an event like that and I know about it, I'm gonna get on the horn and say, Cindy, I got an event for you. Super bougie the way you love it. And with progressive black folks that's having a great time. So I want to applaud this young man, Rody, and his wife for, I mean, hiring me for this event. And not only that, just the experience of hanging out with some good folks. Now, Cindy,
That's so good.
the young lady who hired me, well, a woman uh, referred me to the wife,
Okay.
right? She saw me perform my act back in the wintertime. She
Right.
inboxed me on Facebook and said, I would love for you to do this event. I love your act. I said, okay, no problem. It's a private event. Long story short, I get there, Cindy, I didn't do my act, right? It was all improv, in the moment jokes, because I couldn't do my act, because, like I was saying, it was a situation where it wasn't comedy conducive, Cindy J. There was no way I could get up there and tell jokes. They've been looking at me like, who is this guy? But I
What?
knew what I was doing because I've been in this situation a thousand times. So I
But
said, "Now here."
they don't know there's not going to be any entertainment.
Yeah, they knew that there was going to be, they knew that there was going to be entertainment, but the crowd was sort of a little out of control. They was talking, people were drinking, and the DJ really wasn't controlling the situation. And I was reading the room. I was like, no, 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 no. I know which way we're going with this. And I trust my heart, and I trust my gut, and I'm experienced enough to know which way to go with this. And I chose the right. I made the right decision. Now, 45 minutes later, when I'm done, we had a great time. The woman who hired me was like so happy. And the guy Roddy, we took pictures. If you go on my Facebook page, you see everything, right? Now, Cindy, I go up to, before we get into the show. I go up to the lady who referred me to thank her. I said, listen, I really thank you. I really did this for you because you referred me. You put yourself out there. These people didn't know me, and I wasn't gonna make you look crazy in these streets. So I was going to perform my best, and I said this. So I said, and thank you, Cindy. Don't you know the woman had a different energy towards what I was saying? She was so she wanted me to do my comedy set. That's what she remembered me doing.
Yeah.
Comparison to what I did, that was hilarious. She said, "Yeah, but you didn't do with the." I said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." I'm trying to explain. Now that's not going to work here. I had to go a different route, but it still led. We still got to that place. We
Right.
still got to that funny. But Sadie, don't you know? I think this woman was upset.
I'd be upset too. That's not what she wanted to see.
No, but that's not. She's not the woman who hired
I
me.
know. I
The
know.
woman
But
who hired me was like, "You was hilarious."
maybe she was just turned off by what you did. Even though the lady that ended up that it was for, she liked it, but the lady referred you. So she was like, this will be good for this. You know? She probably told her friend, oh, he's so funny, blah, blah, blah. Maybe she didn't like what you did. She didn't think it was funny.
Well, it's unfortunate because Sydney, after I got off the stage, we all took pictures. We started because when you do well and when you rock in the room because at the end of the show, people are coming up to you showing you love. So I knew I did well. So I'm looking at this lady and I'm like, okay, I hear what you're saying, but you gotta trust what I'm doing. But she was hell bent. You didn't do that old school stuff. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. I was like, okay, I did. I'm still on stage for 45 minutes, and everybody's having a great time. But shout out to her as well. So I just wanted to share that on your place on her before you get your morning started, right?
Well, we know she's not hiring you for an event.
Right.
Maybe
What's
she
his
felt like I felt like he was gonna do one thing, and when he showed up, he did another thing. Like you
and
kind
I
of like
did.
did like a switcheroo on her.
I did. I did a switcheroo, but Sydney, I knew because this is what I do. I read the room. I knew what was going to work and what was not going to work. And if I went up there with a regular set of jokes, it wasn't going to work because no one was listening. I got them to listen in the way I know best as far as my experience of doing stand up. I knew what I was doing. I read it as soon as I walked in. I said, nah, this is the way I got to go with this. So sometimes, even though that person's hiring me to do something, I still got to entertain. They're paying me a lot of money to do this, Cindy J. So I'm underneath that pressure. I got to make sure I do it right.
I mean,
But
yeah.
but shout out to that duck and shout out to those wings.
Oh my god.
Cindy, when the last time you had before we can move on, welcome to the show, guys. Only place on up where you get your ones all right. Cindy, when the last time you had a good piece of duck?
I haven't had. I think I had duck one time, like 4 years ago, and I don't even remember.
Put a number one in the chat room. I know we had this discussion before, but put a number one chat room if you ever had the duck. It's
It's
Penny. It's a
really
little
greasy
greasy. It's
though.
good. It's greasy,
I don't
but
like.
if it's cooked right, it's a lot of flavor. It has a weird texture to it, but it's really good. Everybody, if you never tried the duck, step your duck game up.
It's
I
alright.
don't give I don't give a duck how you tried it. Try that duck. The duck out of here. Duck you.
I'm not even gonna laugh at that.
Thank
I'm
you.
not even
All right.
gonna.
Hey guys, listen. We're live, New York City, Comedy in Harlem. Thursday, May the 11th. Cindy J, myself, and Miss Miko. Tickets are on the sale now. Come on out and hang out with the three of us. I know you hear Cooper, right? Uh, hang out with the three of us, Comedy in Harlem. Get your tickets now. Live podcast. We have the super hilarious Stiletto in the building. She's so funny. And also music by DJ Hot Sauce. Y'all come on now. That after work vibe. This is for the grown and sexy. We're promoting it. We're posting it all over the place. Y'all come on now. Enjoy the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team Experience at Comedy in Harlem, 508 East 117th Street, New York City. Doors open up at 6, show time 7. Get your tickets now. You can see myself, Cindy J, and Miss Miko. Come on now. Thursday, May the 11th, Comedy in Harlem, 508 East 117th Street, New York City. Now, guess what, guys? It's time for Tell It Tuesdays. Wait a minute, before we get into that, Cindy, how you been? I haven't, we talk, but how you doing, Cindy?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here. A little tired, but all in all is well over here.
Now, guys, I want to tell you this real quick. And welcome to the show. Put it on one chat room if you're enjoying the show today. Put it on the toilet. You know. Of course, Cindy the other morning, and again, she was in a downstream free fall of a hangover. Boy, roll your boat. Oh boy! As soon as I was checking on her, I was checking on her like a good uncle. Do I said, "Chinny, what's up? You all right?" Because Cindy and Miss Miko, they play a big part of the show. I always check on these people. And I called. It was sort of like late morning, the other morning, and I was like, "Cindy, she picked up the phone. She's like, hello." I go, hey. I said, "You all right?" Oh, and the hangover people. They go like this. Oh my God. Sean, and this is what she says, guys. Sean, you and Tanya gotta go to this place. I go, what? It's in Elizabeth, New Jersey. We had a great time. I said, what did you have to drink? Of course, it was a drink that had 6 syllables in it.
Oh
And
yeah.
I said, you know what? I'll call you back. I was just checking on you. And she abruptly hung up the phone.
Click.
So everybody, let's applaud Cindy and hangovers. Let's go.
Yeah, like I I had went to this yeah, I was in Elizabeth. You guys need to go. It's called The Garden
Oh, yeah,
and
right.
it was it was lit. It was like you eat in there, but it was like a club. So, you're trying to eat and there's like hookah in your face, fog machine going, and they're throwing balloons, and you're like, okay, whoa.
And the sparklers too.
A guy comes around talking about you want a shot and they pour it in your mouth. It was a lot. But no, it was really fun. Um it was we were doing like a do-over birthday for my friend because her husband dropped the ball. So I
Whoa,
was
whoa,
like,
whoa, whoa. What do you mean? What do you mean her husband dropped? Was that?
her husband dropped the ball.
What ball did he drop?
Ah!
Her
The-
husband dropped the ball. What ball is it? There's a lot of balls out there. Balls. What ball did he drop? Tell me what ball did he drop? What?
like just her birthday experience. You know what I mean? He
Oh,
didn't do what was needed to be done, and you know I was like, oh, I was like, I feel because I was gonna do something with her for her birthday, but I was trying to give respect, to her husband, her family. You guys might want to do something. So I was like, Sunday, I was like, let's go to this, place. Like, let's turn up a bit. And she was a little reluctant, but then she was like, no, okay, I'll go. And we had a really great time.
did your man bash the husband?
Oh yeah, for sure. A little dab of that, but not too much on the husband, But
Uh,
he did drop the ball.
yeah. Listen, fellas, you can't drop. How does she look?
And she looks really good.
See,
She's Spanish, long black hair, wearing a nice outfit. And I got a car, like a driver for us, so nobody had to drink. I mean, nobody had to worry about like driving, so we could like
right?
all like really chill. And shout out to our driver. His name was CJ. He's a really nice black guy, but I kept calling him Chuck for some reason. I thought his name was Chuck. So
Right.
my bad, bro. But yeah, so we were, really have a good time. He had the whole he had a little bit of an attitude when I came over. I didn't really know what that was about, but I didn't let it phase our time.
You
And
talk
then
about the husband. You talk about the husband.
yeah,
Okay, so wait a minute. So did you pull up with CJ to pick her up?
yeah.
So you went. So
And
CJ,
I had
aka Chuck.
balloons.
Right.
Huh?
So CJ, aka Chuck, pulled up in front of her spot. You have balloons. The husband drops the ball. You walk into the house like kind of like, girl, let's go.
Yeah, I'm like, where's
And
the
he had an attitude.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, what's going on? He was like, hi. I
And
was
and
like,
how was you
okay.
and how was you guys dressed?
We were dressed fine, regular. She had on a long black dress, which I'm sure was to probably appease her husband because he didn't know where we were going. We're going to turn up. And I was wearing, what was I wearing? I was like wearing like a one piece strapless jumper with like slits on the side.
Right. So okay, obviously you're two beautiful young ladies and the dude. See,
And then
that's
we went
their
with
man.
her sister and my sister. So it was like
With so all of y'all came upstairs at the same time to pick her up.
Well, yeah, like her sister was already there, so just me and my sister pulled up to her
Right.
house.
So y'all went upstairs and y'all all while the husband is watching, while he the guy who dropped the ball, he's watching four beautiful women walk out the door and have a good time.
Yeah, we were like, bye. I I had told her he could come if he wants to, but he didn't want to come because he was going to be the only guy there. Like that matters.
No,
Relax.
if he would have came, it would have been a good look. The only way it would have been a good look if he came, if he was he'll come through the door, right? And plus, even if he came, everybody has to be on good terms. Remember, he dropped the ball. If he was to even show up and go with you guys, wherever you guys were sitting, he's not supposed. See, if that was me, but without the dropping the ball part, and y'all go, Sean, y'all want to come out? You with girls, my wife, and all that. All right, I'll go.
Yeah.
This is what a grown ass man does.
Oh God.
Are y'all listening? Cindy, take notes. If the four of y'all was going out and I went out with y'all for a minute, first of all, whatever section y'all in, I'm paying for all of that. I'm paying for everything. I'm paying for everything. I'm gonna drop the card down. I'm paying for everything. I'm gonna mingle for a minute. Then I'm gonna go over to y'all. Hey, ladies, love y'all to death. I'm gonna kiss my wife in the mouth, and I'm getting the hell out of there. And I'm paying the bill, and I'm leaving while you guys are still there. You clap for me.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know if this young man built like that. I
Clearly
don't know if
not.
he's built for tough, but sir, you can't have an attitude, my friend. You can't have an attitude. You got to lick your wounds on. You got to lick your wounds on this one, my friend, and take that L. Or if you're in the doghouse, what you should have did was either surrendered your credit card or debit card, or took a stack out, take some money, give it to your lady in front of everybody. And go, listen, I'm paying for everything. Y'all guys have a good time and be safe. If you're not, you never let four women walk out. Never let four beautiful women walk out the house without you going in your pocket and paying for something. And then you got Chuck, aka CJ, downstairs, ready to bag one of us. Might have been your wife, bro. Ready to bag something. You go downstairs and you give Chuck $25. Or CJ. CJ, aka Chuck.
I felt so bad. I was like,
This is how you smooth it out, sir. Cindy, did the young man come out of his pocket for a few dollars with his wife?
no, absolutely not.
You dropping the ball again, bro.
Dropping the
Dropping the
ball
ball again.
all around. So, but that's okay. I just, it's not in him. So,
Ladies in the chat room, are y'all good with that? Are y'all good with that? If you and all three of your other girlfriends are going out and y'all come upstairs and the boyfriend and the husband's there and he looks at all y'all and go, yo, here go 500, y'all go have a good time. Ladies, you all right with your man doing that?
yeah, that's fine.
Right.
We
That's
should
how you
have.
do it.
I thought he should have came with us. It would have been fun. But you guys go check that place out too. I had a good time there.
All right. Cindy, you have been having some recent hangovers lately. Are you okay? Just want to check on you.
I'm doing all right. I mean, I'm getting ready for the summertime, right? I have to train for Panama. And this is a different type of training.
So
I'm serious.
how's your diet going? Okay, let's move on. Only place on earth where you get your morning start.
It's coming along.
Well, God bless you. So Sydney, let's get
What
into
do you
this. It's Tele Tuesdays, guys. We truly appreciate you. You know, you guys mean so much to us. Where's the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. For what? For what? For what? Where the hearts at? In the
don't be
chat
the
room. Hey,
first
where the
excited.
hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, turn down for what? For what? For what?
Wow.
Where the hearts at? In the chat room, hey. Where the hearts at? In the chat room, hey. Turn down for what? F out of here.
Whoa.
Wait, one more time, Cindy. Where the hearts at? In the chat room, hey. Where the hearts at? In the chat room, hey. Turn down for what? I don't know. Everybody, come on, let's clap. It's Cindy J. Tell the Tuesdays. Come on, let's go.
Yes, you guys, I have a Tell It Tuesday. As you all know, I do like to get authentic situations. So please feel free to write into us at the Shawn Harvey Morning Show at gmail.com. It's a great look. We'll read your situation anonymously. We'll give you advice, or if you want to say something that's going on with you or in your community, anything like that. It's Tell It Tuesday, so you can tell whatever you want. Now I have this scenario, and I'm going to pull it up for you guys. Just give me 1 second. Okay. A listener writes in saying, I'm originally from overseas and I went on a holiday for vacation. I guess, a holiday is like how they say, like, she went for a vacation.
Right.
She went with her husband and 2 kids independently. Our friends, Helen and Graham, were going to the same resort with their 2 girls. We didn't make any formal plans to meet, but said we might arrange dinner while we were there. Now, one day we were on the beach by the edge of the sea playing around. I was topless. I always go topless when I go on vacation if local laws will allow it. I've done it since around the age of 14, and my mom and my sisters do too. She said, I know it can be an issue, especially here in the US, where people can be very close-minded, but it's just a totally normal non-sexual thing for me. It's very common where I'm from, and there were lots of topless women on the beach that day. I just want to clarify I am not a nudist and I don't parade around naked at home in front of my kids or their friends. I just sunbathe topless when I'm on vacation or if I'm in my garden. The
Mm,
kids don't have a problem, and I wouldn't do it if they, did show that they had some type of problem with it. Now, while we were on vacation, Helen and Graham's kids appeared unexpectedly and ran up to us. I looked around and Helen and Graham were there too. I greeted them. I gave them each a kiss on the cheek. She said, and for Graham, I gave him like a light air kiss and I didn't like embrace him because I was topless. Um, we stood there and talked while the kids played, but then Helen seemed really quiet. Her girls had asked me to play with them, and I said yes, but then Helen abruptly said that they had to go. The kids were disappointed, but Dan, my husband, suggested meeting later for dinner, and Graham accepted it. Um, Later, I got a text from Helen to cancel dinner. She was upset with me for not putting on a top when we saw them. She said, quote, would it have killed you to put your boobs away when we arrived? She was angry that I had kissed Graham while topless and that I was offering to play with her kids with my bare breasts um, swinging around. I was upset. I didn't think I'd done anything wrong, given that we were on a beach where there were other people topless. I didn't have a chance to cover up because they appeared so quickly and so close. I would have had to walk past them about 50 feet up on the beach to where our towels were to put on a top. So it would have been a little dismissive. I replied that I was sorry she was upset and that I'd made her angry. Since getting home, I've texted her again but have had no response. Dan has seen Graham, who said he wasn't upset about it, but he and Helen were arguing after. Um, had argued afterwards when she accused him of enjoying the view too much. My husband doesn't think I did anything wrong. We weren't expecting to see them. I'm sorry I've upset my friends, and I'm wondering if I did, in fact, do something wrong. Please help. I don't know, girl.
Well, first of all, what the breasts look like? What's going on?
She didn't send a picture, Sean, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, hello. Yes, you're doing something wrong. Who's Graham, the little kid? Or that's the
Graham
husband?
is, I think, her other friend's husband.
Okay. So you're embracing folks. Did she do something wrong? She's on the beach. She's already nude. There's other people that are nude on the beach. Her towel's 50 or clothing is 50 feet away. She's always in the nude all the time. I mean, she loves
When
being
she cooked,
topless.
yeah.
She does cook and gardening and all everything topless. And,
She didn't say cook. She said
you
when
know,
she goes on vacation and when she's in her garden.
yeah, in the garden, she loves to show those breasts. And ladies, if you're built like that to show your breasts, I applaud you on that. Uh, but hugging the other husband and you're topless, that's weird.
But I could see how it happened. If you're laying there topless and then like these kids run up to you and you're like, oh my God, and you know them, and you're like, hey, you guys, and she's, you know what I mean? Obviously, if you're comfortable with yourself, it doesn't matter who's around,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
So she was just probably like, oh my gosh, hi, and seen them, and, just got caught up in the salutations, you
I
know?
I don't know. I think she could have covered up the breast. Hey guys, hey, what's going on?
Hey,
Or
guy.
turn around, hey guys, kids turn around, like see something like she was just like, hey guys, hello, like want some milk, like
But my thing is, they would have seen her topless before they approached. So why are you approaching her when she ain't got no shirt on anyway? If you gonna feel like that,
and then this is a woman that's topless. Her girlfriends, they're in relationship. They got husbands and boyfriends. You're walking around here with these big breasts. You're proud of them. Everybody want to
we
touch
don't
them.
know if they're big or not.
You understand? Got a whole lot of milk for the whole neighborhood. You're good. A lot of milk, lot of milky milk.
What?
You got kids coming over.
What?
And lady, you can't. Yeah, because listen, that would freak me out. Like if say if my wife's friend or topless, I'm like, yo, keep that bitch away from me. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't like that. I don't like that. Good. And I wouldn't even like the husband's embracing her, and even though it was impromptu, and they just like that was a moment thing. As a man, you should be like, whoa, 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 wait a minute. I know, I respect your
You gonna
space.
put your hand out like that?
Yo, well, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. You fall back.
Sean, stop! Stop!
Like
What is wrong with you?
whoa, this. But I'm just saying, like out of respect for my partner or whoever, wife, whatever. Fellas, you can't embrace another woman that's topless like that unless you're all topless. You can't.
Unless they're all topless.
Everybody topless, bottomless, like then, but not like this. You're right. This is a woman who, is proud of her body. She loves being topless. Nothing wrong with that. But even you at the beach, and why is your top clothing 50 feet away from you? It should be closer to you. So for the other woman to feel a certain way, I'm not mad at her as well. That's
I
like,
feel like it's giving. First of all, you're on a beach where people could be topless, so I feel like you are. And I'm here with my husband. Like, I feel like it was such a non-sexual situation for you to be offended by me being topless is very crazy to me. Like,
And
it's the
speak for
human
yourself.
body.
Speak for yourself. A
No, it's the
non-sexual
human body.
situation.
Y'all rolled up to me, you know. There are other people around here topless. You should be happy that your husband is looking at least at mine than if he could be looking at somebody else's. And like my husband is right here too. Like,
And even if the husband's still there in her presence with his wife, she still feels a certain way about her girlfriend being topless and her husband hugging her. Even with her standing right there. Look, we eat dinner later. No, cancel dinner. She responds back. She's not responding back to text messages. And the woman is standing right there. So it doesn't matter. This woman needs to put some clothes on. I want to see what the breasts look like too. But put some clothes on, miss. I know half the
I,
people at the beach are nude, but you could have handled that a whole nother way. Yes, I think you have some responsibility here. If you see those little kids, you shouldn't be hugging kids in your topless, miss. You should have just covered up and been like, oh, you know how I get down. How y'all doing? Let me get my shirt. I'll be right back. Like that's what you do. You don't be like,
I
come here, babies. You just can't do it. And then the little boy gonna jump right on. Hey, Auntie.
what? Why are you just assuming kids are over there
Cause
sucking on bread?
little kid boys are horny, man. When they get 9 to 13, they just so nasty and
What?
horny. Just no.
I don't want to hear that. I don't think
And
we
I
should
don't,
admit
and I would tell my kids if I was the husband or the wife, I'm like, yo, whoa, 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 don't hug her yet. She ain't got no clothes on. Whoa, don't do that. You can't hug Auntie right now. She ain't got no clothes on. That's all I'm telling.
I think that well, how many times are you gonna apologize? You know what I'm saying? She's apologized profusely and she still doesn't want to hear it. So that's her problem. I
Yeah,
mean,
well,
you've
she
done
was
all
at
you
that.
can.
Well, at that point, she has to move on. Like you can't sit there and kissing anybody's ass. The relationship is over and it's done. It's done. It's this woman don't want to deal with you no more. She don't want you around her kids and stay away from her husband. And that's the way she feels right now. She's sick of you. You might be annoying too, the topless woman. Yeah, they probably, how does the wife or the girlfriend breast look like? This woman probably got some tremendous breasts. She's showing this thing off to everybody. It's a tough situation, but I'm on the side of the wife. The topless woman is wrong.
Wow.
There's four different ways to deal with this, and I know that you're proud of your body, and folks got to accept that. I understand that. I mean, you accept your body, but folks don't have to accept the way you're behaving. You can't do it.
Wow. That's
And she
wow.
and so Cindy, what if one of your friends was topless and you had your man with you, and she's like, hey, CJ, aka Chuck, and
Now you
starts
bring him into this.
and starts hugging him topless. How would you feel?
She said she didn't do a full embrace. It was like a hi, like a air hug kiss thing. Um
How would you feel?
I look at your I mean, I don't know. I don't think I feel that because I do have a friend that
Well,
she's like whenever
I'm
we're
listening.
getting ready or like we're doing something, she is the first to like take her clothes off, right, and just you know just be naked, and she'll do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So and like I've gotten so used to it now that I'm like okay, whatever. But I might say something. I might be like, girl, you're not gonna put no shirt on in front of my man and all that, but okay. But I might say something, but I wouldn't be like deeply offended, especially if we rolled up on her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what if she rolled out the room knowing that Joe was there, butt ass naked or topless, and he gonna come over there? Hey, CJ, how you gonna feel? Cause say if a big muscular guy came out the room and I'm there and they come over there and trying to hug up on my wife, I'm like, whoa, 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 no, no, put a shirt on, bro.
Oh yeah, like if you went over to like your your white one of Tanya's friend's house, and her man came out of the shower and he was wearing a towel, and he came and gave her a hug.
No, we're
That's
not doing that. No, and I'm gonna make it known. Like, no,
why. Why would that be weird? You're
that's
not
not. I'm
seeing
not.
his genitals.
I don't care. No man
He's in
is
the
touching.
kitchen making a cup of coffee, and
I
you guys
don't
walk in the
care.
house, and
I
he's like,
don't
"Oh,
care.
hug." And what if he gives you a hug,
Hey,
Sean? He goes for you first.
I'm not. No, none of that's happening, bro.
He
Especially
just
your
has a
body looks.
he
Your
just
body
has a
looks.
towel around his waist, and he's like, "Oh,
First,
Harv, good to see you, bro," and embraces you, and then goes to embrace Tanya.
first of all, your body look. His body looks 10 times better than mine. No. You're down there packing. Goddamn, you got a big baby arm down there. We're not. No, we're not.
You can't even see it.
You can see it through the towels, and you can see it through the towel. No, we're not doing that. There's boundaries here. No,
I thought you were ultra liberal
I
and
am, but
broke
not when it.
free and love everybody. And
I
you were even
am.
giving Tanya a smash pass, but you won't let her
Yeah,
hug a dude in a towel.
yeah. No, we're not doing that.
Wow, Sean, screaming insecurity. Tone it
I,
down a little.
I know at my elderly age, I'm trying to change my views. But
What if
again,
he was? What if he wasn't chiseled up? What if he was just like you?
the, oh, oh my God. You feel better now? Even if he was like me, no. Damn.
I had to do it. It was
It's
fun.
fine. It's fine. It's okay. I I wouldn't want it any other way. There's no hard body guy that's gonna hug my wife coming out the shower with his girlfriend standing there. We're not doing that.
Wow. Okay. Guess
And
Harv
this
isn't as
woman
liberal as we thought.
and this woman has destroyed a relationship with her friend and the husband because of her antics.
What? This is insane. I didn't
So
expect it to go that
so
way.
so to this young lady, put some clothes on. You destroyed a relationship with your friend and the husband and the little boys. And now these little boys, they traumatized.
They're
They want.
girls. They're two little girls.
Oh, the two little girls are traumatized now. They're going to be running around topless in the next 2 years. This is too much.
You want to hear my dad, right? When we were younger. This was when we were living in the Bronx, right? It was hot. It was in the summertime. And one of my dad's friends, he used to like come over and like do work with my dad and stuff like that. And it was hot. So he was like, you know how like you take the shirt and put it over your head?
But yeah, go ahead.
So me and my sister did it too, right? We were young. We were like, I don't know, young, right?
You
Like nothing
like
was there
like
yet.
like 6 and 7.
Yeah, and I remember my dad got into a really big fight with the guy because like we came outside, like we were walking around like with our shirt like that, right? So my dad was like, "Stop! Like, put your shirt down." And I guess
You
we were
you
like,
had nothing covered. You had nothing covering yourself.
"No, we were wearing like our shorts, like pants, but
You just had a t-shirt on.
we had our t-shirt, but we put it over our head.
No bra, nothing.
We didn't have a chest."
Oh God, God, continue on. Oh my God.
So my dad was yelling at us, and he was like, "You put your shirt down. What are you doing?" And
Oh my God.
his friend was like, "Calm down. They're just like little kids. It's fine." My dad was like, "It's fine. What the?" He started going off the dude. Yo, we never seen that dude again.
Wow.
And he used to come over all the time. His name was Brown. We called him Mr. Brown.
Oh,
And we never saw Mr. Brown again. And I was a little scarred for life, like from ever like tying up my shirt. My
wow.
dad like lost it. But yeah, so That's kind of funny.
Well, Cindy, thank you for sharing that story. And it's almost the same way. It's the same situation. This woman, a young lady that that's topless. You lost some friends. I mean, that's what I mean. Continue to live your truth. You're topless. You love it. It's fine. But you lost some friends behind this, and that's it.
Yeah.
Guys in the chat room, what's your thoughts? Should this woman had uh, what she had done? Should she had covered herself and then embraced these folks, or should she did had the full, just topless hug? What do you think? I'll put a
Yeah.
number one chat room if she should have just and covered herself a little bit and then hugged the kids and a wife, or just lived her truth and did what she did.
I'm weak.
All right, let's go
Yes.
into some front page news, man. Put a number one chat room if you're enjoying the show today. Put a number two if you're not. She's the S to the E double N Y, and you can't deny she got the front page news, y'all. She got the front page news, y'all. And by the way, speaking of front page news, Mark Vieira comes to the Iron Mule May the 28th, Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. Y'all come on out. Mark Vieira, the Latin assassin of comedy. He is hilarious and also one of the New York kings of comedy from HBO Def Jam, Comedy Central. He has a huge following on Instagram. Y'all come on out to the IMU 831 South Delaware Drive, Eastern Pennsylvania. The super hilarious Mark Vieira is in the building. So we got you covered. So thank you so much. All right, Sydney, what you got?
Jalen Hurts becomes the highest paid player in NFL history with a 5-year, $225 million contract extension. Whoa. Jalen Hurts, he plays for the Philadelphia Eagles, and he will be staying in Philadelphia for years to come. Um, this, I'm sorry, yesterday on Monday, Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles agreed to terms and sealed the deal. This deal now makes Hurts the highest paid player in NFL history. The deal goes as follows. Hurts gets 179.3 million in total guarantees, including 110 million fully guaranteed at signing and 126 million fully guaranteed by March of 2024, as well as the first no trade clause in Eagles history. Not only is Hurts making history with this new deal, but his agent Nicole Lynn is also Lynn negotiated the deal, which is also believed to be the biggest contract ever created by a female agent. Jalen Hurts was heading into the final year of his rookie contract before he agreed to this most recent extension. Um, so congratulations to him. I know he's, I don't know, it seems like he's been a big help to the Eagles. I know a lot was riding on him this past Super Bowl season. So it's really surprising that they sealed the deal with him, even though they lost. But it was a very good game.
Uh, well, he's one of those almost generational players. Obviously, he took the Eagles to the Super Bowl. The Eagles lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. Uh, but he is a superstar quarterback. He's one of those quarterbacks that have the total package. He could run, he could throw. He's very smart, and he's an on-field leader, and he's a off-field outstanding member of society.
Yeah, he's so
He's
cute.
young. He's young. He's young. And shout out to the female, the African American sister who was the agent that brokered this deal. Boy, that's a lot of money, and it's guaranteed. He gets 100 and what? How much he gets for tomorrow? How much is he
110 million to starting 110 million today or whenever
today?
he signs. I guess he
Imagine,
signed today.
imagine somebody goes, "Hey, get up, man. What's going on? Yeah, we'll sign you for 110 million."
Yeah, like how does that work? Do they just drop that into your bank account?
Yeah, they
Just,
drop it right in, 110 million right there. Like, oh wow. Imagine looking at your phone, go, boom, like, okay.
but it doesn't say how long he has to stay with them for that.
It's
Cause he's
5 years. It's a 5 year deal, right? You said 5 years.
oh, did I? Oh yeah, I did.
You said
Okay, yeah.
5 years, 200 something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But he's gonna
So
get the rest of the money next year. Don't they usually
Oh,
like spread
yeah.
it
So
out?
yeah, but see, there's particular clauses in the contract. But let's stay assuming that he stays with the Eagles. Yes, in 24 he'll get his next bulk payment, and then after he gets his bulk payment, even though he has a no trade clause, uh, meaning the Eagles can't trade him without permission.
Oh,
So or there might be something in the clause. We could read the contract that if something happens to him, say he gets hurt, then maybe they could hold off on that second payment. So
right.
he's got to stay healthy, stay productive, and then he'll get that second payment. Like if he go out and do something criminal or whatever, something crazy, they're gonna think they're gonna hold the money. But then after you get that second payment, say he says, "Yeah, I don't want to be with the Eagles no more. I'm gonna waive my no trade contract, my no trade clause in the contract." Then another team could pick him up, but they still got to pick up that bill.
Whoa.
That's how that works. So let's applaud this young man.
Yeah, shout out to him. That's a lot of money.
Oh boy, I know all the ladies are gonna line up there. A lot of money.
Yeah, it's
Is
like
he in a relationship right now?
I don't know. How
Boy,
old is he? I
he's
think he's
23 or 24 years old.
oh wow.
This is generational wealth right now.
He's just a little baby.
He's 24, 23 or 24 years old. He's rich for the rest of his life.
I know. It's
I
amazing.
wouldn't even play. I wouldn't even play no more. I'd be like, they're
I,
like preseason. I'd be like,
well, hopefully he does what he's supposed to do and doesn't do anything stupid like I don't know, get a gun and start posting with it on social media, fire 5 shots in the air and kill a extinct bird. Like,
right.
okay? Because these athletes be doing some weird shit. Oh, sorry. Weird stuff sometimes.
You're not sorry. No, you're right. Use that word on this one. You are absolutely right. And my whole thing is right. I don't think that Jalen Hurts is built like that. Uh,
Yeah.
and I think he has a good foundation around him. And it's a tremendous amount of money. He's going to do right by the money. He's going to serve the community. And I'm so happy for him. And I'm happy for the young lady who brokered the deal. Uh,
Yeah, Nicole Lynn. Supposedly 50's doing a movie about her. I want to see it.
the-
I love to see my black queens winning and getting money. Okay. Um
would you still love her if she fell in love with a Babylonian? All right, let's move on. Only person on earth where you get your morning started right, guys. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team, Cindy J, top ranked podcast in these streets. Thank you so much for tuning in. We truly appreciate you guys. Don't forget, Thursday, May the 11th, we at the Comedy in Harlem. Cindy J, myself, and Miss Miko, live studio audience. Get your tickets now. Come on out and let's have a great time. You get three in one. You get the podcast, you get the comedy show, and the after party with music by DJ Hot. We have the hilarious stiletto in the building. Get your tickets. See myself, Cindy J, and Miss Miko. We see y'all at Comedy Hall. You know, our once a month grown and sexy event. We get our laugh on, we get our drink on, we get our food, we get our music, we get our jokes, we get great discussion. Shout out to Jamie Roberts and Nikki Sunshine over there at Comedy Hall. We truly appreciate y'all. So y'all come on now. Doors open at 6, showtime 7. Cindy, what else you got?
Here we go. This story is really disturbing, so sorry about this in advance. A family says a man has died in Atlanta's Fulton County Jail after being diseased and eaten alive by insects and bed bugs. This is really gross. The family of LaShawn Thompson, this is a male, is seeking a criminal investigation after he died in Atlanta's Fulton County Jail. The family's attorney, Michael Harper, explained the situation in a statement that was released on social media. It always amazes me how all these official stories come out on like Twitter first. Like, I don't understand.
Right.
Um, Last year, police arrested Thompson on June 12th on a simple misdemeanor battery charge. Whoa.
Whoa.
Authorities reportedly placed LaShawn in the jail's psychiatric wing for unspecified mental health issues. Within 3 months, Harper says LaShawn was found dead in a filthy jail cell after being eaten alive by bedbugs. Harper also published graphic photos of LaShawn with what appears to be bugs all over his face and inside his mouth. In another shot, black and brown specks over Thompson's torso, neck, and thin arms. His stomach appears sunken with wrinkled skin and a darker hue. Two additional images show the jail cell's condition, which looks like a scene from an abandoned site. Rust and chipped paint cover the bed frame and desk in the cell. Dirt and grime cover the mattressless frame and desk cubby holes. Meanwhile, the floor appears filthy, covered in dark colored blotches, pieces of paper, a sandal, and some clothes. The toilet seat is covered in more grime, unclear if it's feces based, but the bowl water also had brown and tan residue, a filthy mattress with a white tarp looking spread. The floor near the toilet, sink, and bed also appears dingy and disguising the floor's grayish color. Oh, they put a picture. Oh my God. The family lawyer also revealed that jail records show staff were privy to Thompson's deteriorating condition but failed to act. Um, so, yeah, you know, they said that when they found his body that the staff refused to administer CPR. The officer reportedly said she freaked out when she seen him. The Fulton County Commission agreed to renew a $27 million contract for physical and mental health services for inmates. Um, the sheriff also asked for an additional $6 million to address employee retention, overtime, and crowding issues. The population had increased by over 1,400 in the jails the last 2 years. Of the 3,600, 428 inmates were reportedly sleeping on the floor. Um,
Where was this located again?
this is in Fulton County Jail in Atlanta, or
Wow.
in Georgia. In Georgia.
Whoa. I
So
think
gross.
the administrator should be in jail. Whoever runs that jail should be in jail, literally.
And they get so much money, is the thing. It's like, where is the money going? And then, there's some people that feel like, of course, oh, well, you're in jail. It's not supposed to be nice. It doesn't mean it needs to be filthy and disgusting either. Like, they have a responsibility to take care of these people while you're
Uh,
housing them.
Someone needs. This is criminal. This is a criminal that happened to a criminal. This is a failure of policy and procedures. This place is filthy. They should shut the place down, and they should fire everyone that works there. And our condolences go out to the family of this guy. It's a horrific death, and they should be sued. There should be a lawsuit, uh, and people who are working there should be arrested and put in jail. I'm sorry. This is terrible. It's a terrible story.
Yeah, it is. It's so gross. DeSantis signs Florida GOP's 6-week abortion ban into law. So this is following up on the heels of him saying, as long as you can get a gun, you can carry it concealed or not. It don't matter. You don't need to have any type of certification or anything. Just grab your
Yeah.
gun and go on down to Walmart. So
Yeah.
after after that, now he signed a new law banning abortions after 6 weeks. The governor's office said in a statement that he signed the legislation. The ban gives DeSantis a key political victory among Republican primary voters as he prepares to launch an expected presidential candidacy built on the national brand as a conservative standard bearer. The 6-week ban will take effect only if the state's current 15-week ban is upheld in an ongoing legal challenge that is before the state Supreme Court, which is controlled by conservatives. The policy would have wider implications for abortion access throughout the South. in the wake of the U.S. Supreme Court's decision last year to overturn Roe v. Wade and leaving decisions about abortion access to states. Alabama, Louisiana, and Mississippi have banned abortion at all stages, while Georgia forbids the procedure after cardiac activity can be detected, which is around 6 weeks. Um, DeSantis said um, oh, I'm sorry, Republican Representative Jenna Persons Malika, who carried the bill in the House. Really, Jenna? She said, "We have the opportunity to lead the national debate about the importance of protecting life and giving every child the opportunity to be born and find his or her purpose." Of course, Democrats and abortion rights groups have criticized Florida's proposal as extreme. This ban would prevent 4 million Florida women of reproductive age from accessing abortion care after 6 weeks, before many women even know they're pregnant. This ban would also impact the nearly 15 million women of reproductive age who live in abortion banning states throughout the South, many of whom have previously relied on travel to Florida as an option to access care. Um, yeah. Um,
Well, all right. And you also mentioned Georgia, right, in your statement.
no, not Georgia. Let me see.
Um, I thought I heard you say Georgia. All right. Well,
Alabama, Mississippi. Yeah,
all right.
I forgot the other one. I
Okay.
totally.
So we got King Abbott in Texas, and we have King DeSantis of Florida. We already know this.
Oh yeah, Georgia bans it after a heartbeat is detected.
How many weeks is that?
It's usually around 6 weeks. They said.
Okay. And black folks, y'all want to move to Georgia and y'all want to move to Florida. And this is going to backfire on the Republican Party. If you think you're going to get the White House, you're not going to get it on the abortion stand. It's not going to happen. Yes, you do have your hardline conservatives. She mentioned a female who brought this bill to the floor. You're stupid. You're a stupid woman. Florida, black folks, you now live in a communist state. You now live in a state where a woman's opinion about her own body doesn't even matter. I don't even believe I'm saying this. You live in a state where your opinion about your own body and facts about your own body doesn't matter. But you want to go down to Freaknik and turn up in South Beach. Uh, People leave the state of Florida. What do you see what's going on here? But I'm gonna tell you one thing: it's not gonna work politically. If this man runs for president, I'll be shocked. Well, Donald Trump won the presidency, but I'll be shocked if a political candidate runs on the abortion platform and wins the presidency of the United States or any political level of politics, state, city, feds. It's not going to work.
I mean, I just don't understand. I like nothing against Republicans, right? I'm not saying y'all are all racist or whatever, but I don't understand how you can be for basically forcing people to have children, but then you also don't want people to have social services.
Right.
Like how what type of economics book are they pulling from? How do you have that?
Right. So
You know what I'm
you
saying?
don't want them to have you don't want them to have the right to choose. They don't you do what is it called? You don't want them to choose have abortions. What is that called? Pro life? No. The pro choice. You don't want them to
No,
be pro
pro
choice. Yeah,
right.
pro
You don't
choice.
want them to be
You don't
pro-choice.
want them to be pro choice, but you don't want them to have social services. You don't want them to have food stamps, and you don't want them to be on any kind of federal funded
And
program.
you don't want them to learn about sex education in schools. They don't want
And
sex being talked about in school, so these kids can't even develop and learn how to protect themselves properly. You want them to have the kids, And then when they can't get a job or do anything because all they did was have a baby, they can't even get any social services. So what type of society are you expecting to have? Like, just I please, if you're a Republican and in the chat room, please explain it to me because I just don't understand.
And on a
And then they don't want to pay people what they're worth. So what are you doing?
and then with a stroke of a pen, in the last 10 days, he says everybody can have a gun and no one can have an abortion. Uh,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
and 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 we live in the time now where we have real information, whether if it's true or not, or it's conspiracy information. We have information running down a pipeline 24 hours a day. You could jump on the information superhighway, and still we have these medieval decisions that are made by men and women in this country with a stroke of a pen. Pack up Florida, get out of there. You live in the worst state right now. Georgia, you're running a quick second. Black folks don't want to move down there, and most women don't even know they're pregnant, but after 6 weeks. I didn't know what is going on here in this world.
And
Uh, uh,
not even in this world, in America that everybody
well,
loves so much.
the world is America. Uh, Listen, City, thank you so much, guys. We truly appreciate y'all. This morning. We hope you guys are safe. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got so much love for you guys in the chat room, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as they would say, chit chatties. Thank you so much. Where the hearts at in the chat room? Hey, where the hearts at in the chat room? Hey, see, we're gonna leave you with the last word. We'll be back tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much for having so much patience with us in the last couple of days. We truly appreciate you. Cindy, you have the last word.
Oh damn! I didn't have a last word.
Well, that is the last word. That was a good one. Oh, damn. We could have left right there. We could have left right there. Oh, damn.
Oh damn! That's
That's
what.
it.
I guess that's it.
That's it. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. We truly appreciate it. Cindy, let's wave at these folks. All right, guys. We see
Bye,
you tomorrow, man.
y'all.
We appreciate you.